Right. Hello, Soumya. How are you? Pranam, Neeraj ji. Good evening. Pranam, Joy ji. If Rahu in third house, good for Gemini ascendant. It is good if person is doing something related with third house and Leo related activities. Okay. Third house is self efforts and Leo is the sign of creativity. If this person is involved into any creative efforts which he is doing on himself, then it is good. Okay. Otherwise, if this person is trying to work under authority figures, then third house is also sixth from the 10th. So it can bring some conflicts with authority figures. Then Magha ascendant qualities want to be famous, want to be authoritative. The kings and the queens. They want to be in limelight. They want to be known. These are the main qualities. Fame is very much necessary for them. Fame, recognition, authority is very much necessary for them. Okay. Good evening, sir. Please tell what will be the result of exalted Saturn in the fifth house with the Rahu and exalted Venus in 10th house, receiving aspect from Sun in D10 chart, having Gemini rising in D10. I prefer looking at D1 chart first, and then I go into D10 chart. But if it is Gemini ascendant in D10, that means that this person's career path should be all about business, and it can be in creative side of business. But maybe they may realize this path after certain delay and hard work and perseverance. Uh, Still, I would prefer looking at D1 chart first, and then D10. Okay. Divisional charts for me are for confirmations. So I confirm things from divisional charts. Okay. So what is the result of Saturn Rahu in fourth house of Libra for Cancer? This person should be away from home or homeland. Can have lots of troubles with mother. Okay. And further he is away from the homeland, better it is for him. Okay. If he is away from the homeland, then he can have better prosperity in life. Getting some foreign citizenship and all is going to be helpful for this person. They should consider it. Okay. Revati ascendant versus Revati birth nakshatra. Ascendant is your life pattern, and birth nakshatra, moon nakshatra means how your mind is working. So mind can, if moon is in Revati nakshatra, mind can find peace in Revati related activities like spirituality, imagination, creativity, and all. Maybe finance, wealth also. Revati is equal to wealth. But if ascendant nakshatra is Revati, then person is more inclined. His life pattern can be Revati related activities. So this is the difference between ascendant nakshatra and moon nakshatra. Ascendant nakshatra is your life pattern. Moon nakshatra is how your mind is working. If Yoga Karaka planet is stabilized in ninth house, uh, stabilized in ninth house, fine. And will it give beneficial result with respect to the houses it owns? Beneficial or better results can come in non-living significances. Person can have troubles in living significances like every house, every planet represents something living and something non-living. So when it comes to living significances, the problem can be there, like in relationship matters with parents or with partner, with friends. Problems can be there, but when it comes to non-living significances like your education, your career, your business, your finance, wealth, and this kind of thing, properties and all, it can still give better results if the person is ready to put hard work in living significances. Even after hard work, it is not sure that this person will get good results, because living significance results also depend on other person. Does the planet in 12th house protects the first house? Okay. If so, I have Mars in the 12th house Aquarius. How will it help my first house? No plans in the first. I never heard this theory. Okay, so I'm unable to comment upon it. I don't know if it is the case that planet in 12th house will protect the first house. I don't think so. Hello, madam. What does Libra Karkamsha signify? Karkamsha is one of the ways to see your career related matters, and when it is falling into Libra Karkamsha, Libra is the sign of business. So ideally, this person should be in the business setup. Okay, uh, that is again one of the ways of like finding your career. It is not the only way. There can be thousands of other ways. So if Libra is in Karkamsha, then Karkamsha Lagna, then it shows that a person can gain out of business, or person should be in career related with business. Mhm. Okay. Mars in 12th house in Aquarius, what benefits can I get from it? You can get if you involve yourself into activities related with 12th house and Aquarius. Foreign lands, creativity, imagination, spirituality, 12th house. Aquarius is the sign of serving humanity and entrepreneurship. Mars rules your second house of wealth. So your wealth can come through all these things. Serving humanity, entrepreneurship, foreign lands, people of foreign ethnicity, imagination, spirituality, and all. Okay. So if you involve yourself into activities, any of these activities, wherever your interest is in, then you can get wealth. Thank you. Any further question? If Atmakarka and Amatyakarka conjunction in birth and every division chart due to close conjunction within 1 degree, how the result will be as a placement in houses. It depends on their dignity. If they are well dignified, means in friendly sign, exalted sign, or own sign, okay, and then the house involved. Get into the house related activities. Uh, it is always the case. Take the house, take the sign, look at the kind of activities they represent, and then put the planet's energy there. Then the planet can give you better results. So Atmakarka, Matyakarka both conjunct in one house. Suppose it is in third house. Third house is self efforts. This person should put self efforts, not even partnership business. Okay. If this person is in self efforts, then he can gain. But if he's trying to work under other people, then it is difficult. Saturn in Aries for Leo ascendant. It is in ninth house. Higher education can be difficult for this person. Religious views can develop with lot of delay. Hard work, perseverance. They can be very adamant with their approach. Difficult person to counsel. Okay. So these things can be normal for Saturn in Aries for Leo ascendant. Uh, Does Mercury represents intelligence? Yeah, we can say so because it represents decision making skills. To take your decisions, you have to be intelligent. Mm, uh, Mercury and fifth house. Mercury and fifth house. Good for creative matters. Mercury and fifth house both represent creative matters, education and all. It is good for and those things. How to judge entire dasha result? I have made specific videos on different dashas. Please check those on the channel. On my YouTube channel, you will find Mahadasha related videos in the playlist of Mahadashas, and that will help you in how to judge an entire Mahadasha. It is again 1 hour long analysis. Jupiter opposite Sun, Saturn with Jupiter in second house, Saturn in the eighth house. Fine, Jupiter, Saturn. Will Saturn Mahadasha be good or bad? How about Jupiter Dasha? Saturn, we can never use the word good with Saturn. Saturn Dasha is always challenging. So it will bring its own frustrations, it will bring its own challenges in your life. As it is in eighth house, some major change can come up in this Saturn Dasha. Jupiter Dasha is still like beneficial in comparison to Rahu and Saturn on either side. Because Jupiter is a benefic planet and these two are malefics, so person can get benefic results during Jupiter Dasha. Okay, but as Saturn's aspect is still going on to the Jupiter, person will feel frustrated and limitations in the result and all. How to judge entire dasha result, that is done. How to see medical surgery in horoscope. Eighth house is the karaka, main house related with surgery. Ketu is karaka. Ketu represents cutting of things. Mars Ketu both get involved together when there is something called something related with cutting or injuries or bloodshed. So eighth house Mars Ketu, eighth lord planet in the eighth house, their dasha and transit, they can bring surgeries. Mercury in 10th house in Sagittarius. What kind of result will it give? Good for any knowledge-oriented business, knowledge-sharing business, guiding and counseling, teaching. Because Sagittarius is sign of higher education and knowledge, and Mercury is business. So any knowledge-oriented business can be good for you. Good for this person. Mercury in 10th, right. How to predict four conjuncted planet result? I have an article on website with the exact same title, how to interpret four planetary conjunction. Check that article again. It is a long analysis, so I cannot give here. That article may help you. uh, Rahu, Mangal, Saturn, all looking at 10th house for Gemini ascendant. What to expect in terms of career? Work for yourself. When so many malefics are impacting your 10th house of career, it is better for you to work for yourself and yeah, don't expect any much from any authority figure in your life. Okay, the lesser you expect, better it is for you. This means that you need to become your own authority. You cannot expect authority from coming from any other person in your life. Okay, great. What is effect of what is effect of Mercury Jupiter conjunction for Gemini ascendant in fourth house? Very good for any analytical nature of work. Mercury Jupiter together in fourth house Virgo. Virgo is the sign of analysis and details. Mercury gets exalted there. Jupiter expands things, so it can expand your it can expand your ability to analyze things or deal with people in analytical matters. Okay, so for analysis and detail oriented work, it is great. uh, Astrology isn't real though, maybe, who knows. Hello sir, you. uh, Libra ascendant, Venus Mars conjunction in seventh house, is it good? Is it good or bad for marriage? How about investment? Marriage has nothing to do with astrology, so don't waste your time there uh, in marriage and astrology related discussion. Every relationship is difficult, so you will have your own troubles in relationship. Venus Mars conjunction in the seventh house, Libra ascendant, so it is quite good for any business kind of thing. Mars is in own sign, Venus is in neutral dignity. Okay, so it is fine. Investments are mainly seen from third house. Third house is the house of investment. If you are asking about stock market, then fifth house and eighth house. So uh, see if Saturn is involved somewhere, then long term investments can be more beneficial. Venus, Mercury in Leo, fifth house. Good for any financial nature of business. If you are asking about relationships are always difficult for everyone. Okay. Then so it is sad that Mercury becomes the same planet with whom it conjuncts. So when Mercury conjunct Mars, Mercury gives Neech Bhang Raj Yoga to debilitated Venus in Virgo. As now Mercury has loses its effect, so it may uh, It may for all these yogas are helpful in your professional life. They are not helpful in your like personal life. In relationship matters, you will still have difficulties. But if you go towards business and all, then this yoga can be helpful. Right, Vishal. Even Jupiter Dasha is feeling though with feeling tough with Saturn in eighth house. Saturn is always making the impact. Saturn is always the difficult planet, and it has the highest say. It impacts all other planets. No planet can impact Saturn. Then, how to interpret the condition when two planets aspects exaltation aspect. This is good. Like I have Jupiter exalted, Mars exalted, aspecting each other. So not only it gives me the knowledge, it also makes me put efforts related with that knowledge. So it is good when two exalted planets are aspecting each other. How to see honesty of a person from horoscope? You cannot see. Thank you. Never, as I always say, never try to judge a person through his chart. It is very unfair. I will not like anyone to judge based on my chart. This is unfair. Sun in sixth house and Saturn in fourth house for Leo ascendant. Difficult for relationship with mother and home environment, as Saturn is in Scorpio. Sun in sixth house, that means again difficulty with authority figures and all. Do you believe in the Dasha remedies? What is the best remedy for Saturn Dasha? Saturn is hard work, delay, and perseverance. So these are the best remedies for Saturn. Uh, I am not into remedies, gemstones. Okay, no gemstones, nothing. Only this, my sannyas mala is there, Osho. So I don't recommend anything in remedies and all. Meditation is only a remedy for me. If you meditate, you can be more aware and you can resolve your issues in a better way, in more conscious way. So my only recommendation for remedy is meditation. Um, Otherwise, also, if you see, I've written two articles on remedies. If you search for them, remedies Astro Saxena, you will get those two articles, and they will tell you what are my perspective on remedies. Retrograde seventh lord Saturn in own house in sixth house. uh, for Leo ascendant means if spouse would old age, age difference 10 years, any karmic debts towards spouse. You are telling or you are asking? For me, astrology and marriage has no connection with each other. So, this question doesn't even come. As I always say, relationships are always difficult. We cannot say that we never had any conflict with our parents. We cannot say we never had any conflict with our siblings. We have conflicts everywhere in our life, even with our friends. So we will have conflicts here also in boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband wife relationship. No, no big deal. Don't put so much expectations in this relationship. Second house, and it is for all. I'm not saying specifically for you, it is for everyone, including me. Second lord in the 12th house, but 12th lord moon in the same house only for Leo ascendant. It's fine for career and financial matters. It shows that person can gain from foreign lands or spiritual matters or any kind of counseling and teaching kind of work. Is Saturn Ketu good for spiritual progress? Yes, it is very good for spiritual progress because it disconnects you from everyone else. So, suppose Saturn Ketu are there in the fourth house. Fourth house is homeland. This person may not like to connect with people in homeland. So, when you are not connecting with anyone, then obviously you are isolated and you will spend more time in your spiritual growth. This is what is expected. You can spend time anywhere. You can we can spend time in scamming things and planning for scams also. As you said, another video that when Saturn transit over 11th house from someone's moon, and then something or someone new can come up in my life. Yes, so that's happened. I am mystic to that new thing. It is better that if it is a thing rather than a person. Okay. So that allows that applies on thing only. I didn't say someone. I said only something. Okay. And then Rahu in the fourth house with Jupiter, both are in Gemini. How will my Rahu Dasha will be? If you are in knowledge sharing matters, Rahu Jupiter, and please don't ask repetitive questions again and again. At least 2-3 times I replied this question. Okay. Rahu Jupiter, do something related with Jupiter in your fourth house, Gemini. Fourth house is home, Gemini is business, Jupiter is knowledge. Get into any knowledge sharing business, you will get better results. Sun in Mula Nakshatra in second house in Sagittarius sign. What is the question? Mukesh ji, Venus Mercury making any yoga in 12th house. Venus Mercury itself is a yoga. It is called Buddha Shukra Yoga. 12th house Pisces ascendant Leo moon sign. So, like 12th house, it can make you very creative. Venus Mercury together because they both are creative planets. It can bring creativity to you. It can also bring some benefits from foreign lands or from spirituality. If you are in entrepreneurship, then it is better for you. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in the 10th house. Will Ketu affect my 10th house? Right, it is there to affect, right? And what is there to ask as a question? Ketu is sitting in the 10th house, so it is going to impact 10th house. And that is why it is sitting there. That is all its work to impact that house. Ninth house Lord Moon in 12th house. Great. Get into a higher education knowledge and likewise activities and teaching, guiding, and counseling. And if possible, connect with foreign lands, people of foreign lands through these activities, and you will get better results in your pursuits. Okay. So that is the thing. What is the mutual aspect in astrology? Mutual aspect is like what we were discussing just before, when two planets are aspecting each other. Okay, that is mutual aspect. Mutual aspect is like uh, Sun, Saturn are in front of each other, or Jupiter, Mars are in opposite signs. These are called mutual aspects. I mean, what kind of bad effects will Ketu give to my 10th house? 10th house is the authority figures. Ketu is separation. Again, I think you asked this question many times before. Okay. So you will feel separated from working under other people. Uh, so it is better to work for yourself. What sort of personality is Saturn in fifth house Aries? Cold. Cold in love romance matters. They are Saturn is a cold planet. Okay, understand. Saturn is a cold planet, and this, or they may attract very cold partners who are not romantic and all. Because it is Saturn is always difficult, and in Aries sign it is more difficult. Okay, Aries is like debilitation of Saturn. So it is more challenging in Aries sign. Now Saturn is in fifth house, Aries. So fifth house is love, romance matter. Saturn is furthest away from the sun. So it has no warmth, no heat, nothing. So it is a very cold planet. So in matters of love romance, this person can be very cold, or they can attract a very cold partners in their life, non emotional, non romantic, and these type of people. Okay, they can attract such partners. Plus, in matters of education and all, basic education up to graduation, this person can have lots of difficulties. They may have to repeat some classes or something like that. You answered my indirect question and read my mind. Yes, that's how he is. Okay, can you please tell me the outcome of Venus in Scorpio in seventh house of D9? In D9, again, I prefer looking at D1 chart first. So D9 chart comes later, but fine, you have asked, I'm supposed to respond. So D9 is the chart of right life path for me. If you are asking for relationship or marriage related matters, again, no connection with the relationship or marriage. D9 is chart of right life path. Taurus ascendant, and its lord is going into the seventh house. So this person's right life path should go towards other people, masses. It is in a Scorpio sign, the sign of major changes. This shows that this person's right life path will go through some major changes. Maybe earlier in life they will follow something else, then they will come into the business setup environment. It also shows some love towards research oriented activities and a desire to connect with other people or help other people through those activities. But again, I would prefer looking at D1 chart first, then I will come into D9. Then if we go further, right. If seventh Lord Saturn in Aries with Venus, then same difficulty in relationship matters, cold partner, and that person himself will be cold and all that. And not much into relationship matters. How will be next year 2022 for Cancer ascendant? Still, there is one more month. We will discuss about it. Let 2022 come. Uh, Again, yeah, it largely depends on the dasha a person is getting going through. So we cannot make a some generic statement that okay, all the cancer ascendants are supposed to go through these events. Nothing generic. So uh, it largely depends on the dasha, but for Cancer ascendant, big change in 2022, and more so in 2023 will come when Saturn will go into 8th house. Some major changes coming in overall life. They should be ready for that. Always see Saturn return effects matching from moon sign, not from ascendant. So do we need to check ascendant also to see transit? I see from the ascendant, I don't see from moon. Ascendant is what event is happening, rather than moon is how your mind is reacting to that event. What is the difference between when Saturn is debilitated in 12th house for Taurus moon sign and Saturn is debilitated for uh, in 4th house for Capricorn moon sign? At one place, the person is not finding connection with the mother or home environment because Saturn is debilitated in the 4th house. On other place, a person can be a spendthrift. He may not be able to save much money. Okay, and other matters of 12th house like spiritual belief and all that can be hampered or delayed for a very long time. How Saturn's third house aspect will be if Saturn is in the first house, Capricorn ascendant, third house need efforts, right? Third house needs an extra effort. Wherever Saturn is involved, that's where changes are, challenges are. Okay, you have to deal with the challenges in your life wherever Saturn is impacting your chart. Okay, wherever it is ruling, wherever it is sitting, wherever it is aspecting, whichever planet it is conjunct with, whichever planet it is aspecting, whichever nakshatra it is, there is no respite, no reprieve from Saturn. Okay, so this is where you have to put lots of efforts always. Thanks, Saturn. Your perspective is always refreshing. Thank you. Thank you, Soumya ji. And Priyanka ji, what is Mercury debilitated in the seventh house? Mercury gets debilitated in Pisces sign. Seventh house is mainly seen for relationship matters. Pisces is the sign of imagination. This person can be very imaginative in relationship matters. Okay, they will get into relationship on some imaginative grounds. Okay, then he will take care of this, or she will take care of this, or we will manage, we will see, and love is important, and all these filmy ways of getting into relationship. Person will be more inclined towards this imaginative grounds of getting into relationship, and that's where their relationships suffer, because okay, you cannot remain under imagination over a long period of time. After 6 months or 1 year of marriage, you are bound to see the reality of your marriage. That's where difficulty is with them. Mercury in seventh house Pisces, but at the same time, when it comes with communication things also, if this person is communicating in career or business related matters, he is fine. But when he is communicating at personal level with his friends, family, and relatives and all, he may not be able to convey his thoughts to other person. They can have communication issues with them also. This Another thing is siblings. Mercury is siblings, so their relationship with their siblings can also be difficult. But at the same time, Pisces is the sign of imagination, spirituality, and Mercury is writing. They can have very good imagination, and they can reduce their imagination into writing. That means they can be very good authors. As always, good and bad are always connected with each other. What's the main purpose of life when Ketu in fourth house, Rahu in the 10th house for Scorpios, and serve people through your career work, serving humanity, and that is the main purpose. And Rahu in Leo shows that a person should focus on his creative factors by which he can serve others. And does ninth house represent love affairs too? No, not really. Okay, fifth house is the house of love affairs. We can say ninth house because it is fifth from the fifth bhavam of fifth house, but mainly fifth house is the house of your love, romance matters, and like uh, fling kind of affairs and all. Then when you start dating someone, okay, the fifth house is non-serious, non-committed relationship. Okay, when you are just have just met someone and started dating someone, okay, that is fifth house. When you committed to someone, that is seventh house, committed relationship. Okay. Any remedy for Saturn in Uttarashada in Sagittarius? No remedies, madam. Only one remedy is there for my side. If you can do meditation, that is the only remedy. Again, I would say that search for my articles on remedy. There are two articles. And just search for remedy and Astro Saxena. You will get those two articles. They will clear much of doubt. Otherwise, I don't have any remedy if you are not interested in meditation. Okay, respected sir, respected madam. I would be running Ketu Mahadasha and Sadasati next year simultaneously. Moon is in the 8th house for Leo Lagna and Saturn is in 11th house. Please enlighten me with your guidance. Yes, you certainly need some guidance. Ketu Dasha, understand? Ketu is separation, letting go of the things. Okay, because Ketu itself was separated from Rahu. So normal perception behind Ketu Dasha is that it is a difficult time to go through. It is so if you are following normal, the generic human tendency. Understand, our basic human nature is of collecting things, is of hoarding things, is of possessing things or people. Ketu Dasha will come and can bring circumstances where you have to let go of some things in your life, where you have to let go of someone in your life. Okay. Now, if you are trying to resist that and letting go, then you can face lots of troubles. You can face lots of emotional issues that you don't want to let go, and situations are such that you have to let go. Okay. So, if you are trying to resist against Ketu's energy, then it is a difficult dasha. If you are just receptive with the fact that nothing is going to be permanent in life. I am not permanent in anyone's life. I am here today. I cannot be here tomorrow. Okay. That is the impermanence nature of our life. Okay. So if you are in this mindset that nothing is permanent in life, no one is permanent in life, and I'm ready to let go of anyone who wants to go away from my life, then you can sail through this session. Get into meditation as soon as possible. Okay. So your next year is bringing this dasha. Get into meditation from now onwards. This will help you in going through this Ketu dasha. Then there is a small story if that also helps you. This story is, I think, of a Sufi fakir named Baba Farid. So I'm not sure about the name of the person. So it can be some other Sufi fakir, but it is about a Sufi fakir only. He was married to a woman and they didn't had any child for about 8-10 years. And then, okay, one fine day she conceived and they had a child. So okay, fine. And child was not there in life. Now child is there in life. Uh, 4-5 years passed, and one day child was like playing around on the roof, and he has fallen from the roof and passed away. Farid was working in the fields and he was informed that your child is no more. Please come home and perform the last rites. Farid came, he performed the last rites and he went back to the field and completed his work. He came back again in the evening and asked for the food as if nothing has happened. So his wife was okay. He was our only child. He was there after 8-10 years of our marriage, and you are behaving as if nothing has happened. I thought that you would be devastated. Farid replied that I was happy even before that child came into my life. I was still happy when that child came into my life. So if today that child has gone back from my life, I'm back into the same stage when I was happy without the child. Okay. So this is the lesson from Ketu Dasha, or it is more relevant with Ashlesha Nakshatra, this story. But it is also related with Ketu, that we feel, understand what I am trying to say, that we feel that okay, if this person goes away from our life we will die, and if this person goes away from my life, or if this thing goes away from my life, how will I live my life? But if you just realize we were living our life well enough even before that person came into our life. So if we can live our life before that, then we can live even now. Okay. So this Sadesati plus Ketu Mahadasha will bring many circumstances where you have to let go of some things in your life, let go of some people in your life, and you have to be receptive towards that. If you are receptive, then you can sail through. If you are resisting, then you can be in trouble. Okay. Uh, Again, please get into meditation. What do you think about playing computer video games? Is it real waste of time and escape from the real world? Should we avoid it at all? Everything is fine up to a limit, right? Uh, and anything can be wrong beyond a certain limit. Okay, so if someone is playing computers, video games within a limit, okay, and then it is fine. But yeah, then there can be people who can escape into these activities to avoid their real. If we say this is real, even this is not real, right? So how you are so calm answering various questions? So much thank. Am I? Don't think so. Maybe a meditation is work. Try something called dynamic meditation. Okay, if someone has real anger issues, then dynamic meditation is very helpful for the person. Okay. Especially like repressed anger, if someone has repressed his anger over a long period of time. I have tried for last 1 month and it helped me a lot. Saturn in Uttarashada in first house in Sagittarius and Rahu in Uttarashada in Capricorn in second house. What kind of results can be expected? This person may need to work really hard on his financial matters. Their money will grow with time. Okay, they may have to put an extra effort to make their money. Okay. Mm, Career path and all that I can say only after looking at the whole chart. Then Mars in Lagna. Mars in Lagna and Saturn in 8th house. A person will hold high rank in civil services. Is it always true? Nothing is always true in astrology, and the whole chart is important. The shas are important, which can be different for different charts, although charts may be very similar. And most importantly, the person is important. The person who is going to utilize this chart. Okay, how much he is on right path. Let's say if chart is great for sports and this person is not even putting enough time, or he is not getting chance or support from parents to pursue his sports, then what we can do? Okay, so nothing is always true. Mars in Lagna and Saturn in 8th house, it also depends on which signs placement they are. But uh, and for high rank civil services, I would like to see the 10th house, 10th Lord, Sun, and all. Guruji, Saturn transit over my 11th house from my moon, and someone new came into my life, not something. And I'm stick with this person. Is it okay, please? Relationships are always difficult. Okay, don't worry. If the person is okay, he is adjusting, accommodating, uh, let it be. As long as it goes, as Osho says, that enjoy as long as your love affairs are going. And the day it breaks up, even enjoy your breaking of a love affair. Even enjoy celebrate your breakup. Okay, if it doesn't work out someday. Okay. So don't get emotionally involved. Thank you. Very nice, calm approach to life. You're welcome. In Cancer ascendant, Mars and Saturn in sixth house, Jupiter in the 10th house, Moon in first. Jupiter and Mars exchange their signs. Do Dharma Karma Dipati Yoga, Gaj Kesi Yoga arise here and effects of this. Jupiter in 10th house, Moon. Yes, Gaj Kesi Yoga is there. Uh, Yeah, Dharma Karma Dipati Yoga is also there. So get Dharma Karma Dipati Yoga is when there is a combination between ninth and 10th house. So ninth house is your education, knowledge, 10th house is your career. And Dharma Karma Dipati Yoga means that a person will have authority recognition coming from his career work, coming from his knowledge. Okay, so get into any career related with your knowledge and you will gain your good results. Okay, in career related matters. That is what it shows. Venus in Punarvasu Nakshatra in Gemini Pada 2 for Virgo ascendant. Okay, a spouse appearance. And marriage has nothing to do with astrology. Thank you. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Hello, sir. Saturn transit over first can lead to break in relationship. My Saturn in first is Capricorn natal Saturn 10th house Libra. Maybe. And again, every event depends on lot of things, the star transits and all. And not necessary that only Saturn transiting through first house can break relationship. Many other things can also be the part. I'm commenting middle of watching your video, Mahadasha video. It's so helpful. Great. I'm happy that you got the video. There are videos of every Mahadasha I have made. So you can watch all of them or whichever is more relevant to you right now. Hope you are doing well. I am doing fine. Second Lord, 11th Lord, conjunct in 9th house, aspected by 9th Lord for Cancer. Ninth house is education, second house is your knowledge, second house is your wealth, and 11th house is your income. Get into any education, knowledge related activities, and you will have best money of your life. As I go through astrology, I came to know that debilitated planet shows us fault of character or nature, which we have to fix. So what to fix with Venus debilitated person? A Venus debilitated person is like very critical. Okay, they are very nitpicky. They are perfectionists. Virgo is the sign of perfection, and Venus is relationship. So in relationship matters, they can be very perfectionist that, okay, I want my partner to be like this and he should be like this and she should be like this. And when that imagination of your perfection is not getting manifested, now you are in trouble. That because you expected certain things which are not happening. So this is where you can have troubles in your relationship matters. This person needs to realize that no relationship is perfect. As I always say, we have conflicts everywhere. Even with our parents, our relationship is not perfect. Even with our siblings, the relationship are not perfect. Even with our friends, our relationships are not perfect. So this is what this person needs to realize, that if those relationships which are made by nature itself, they are not perfect, like with your parents and your siblings, how can you expect a perfect relationship here with boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife? So just they need to realize that nothing and no relationship is perfect, and everyone will come with their own drawbacks or their own strength. Okay, every person has some good qualities, some bad qualities, and we all have to accommodate with each other. Okay, this is what they need to realize. What can we say? Moon, Rahu, Pluto in Scorpio. Very research oriented mind. Moon, Rahu together in Scorpio. Frederick Nietzsche. Research about this guy, Frederick Nietzsche. In his worst time of life, he wrote "Thus Speaks Zarathustra," one of the best sellers of all times. Will follow your advice to the fullest. Great. When Sun, Moon, Mars are when Sun, Moon, and Mars are malefic in a chart, what to expect? The Moon cannot be malefic. Moon can be functional malefic, but cannot be malefic. Sun and Mars are malefic. You are asking if Sun, Moon, and Mars are together. This is difficult for Moon when it is with two aggressive planets. This person can have very aggressive mind. Uh, they can be like very dominant and controlling kind. Two siblings, both have Saturn debilitated. Brother is highly qualified with Saturn and Venus in Aries. His sister has debilitated Saturn in Ascendant, failed and passed with very low marks, so not even graduate. Okay, thank you. I heard in some YouTube video that male natives will be born in Pada 1 and 3rd and Pada in Lagna star. Not really. Every minute, 80 children take birth, even only in India. Okay, only in India, in 1 minute, 80 children take birth. So we cannot say that when this Lagna Nakshatra Pada 1 is going on, then only male childs will take birth. Male children will take birth, and when Pada 2 is going on, only female children. Nothing like that. We can find charts of all, like both the genders in all the nakshatra padas. As a Cancer ascendant, I have Venus, Jupiter, Ketu, and Sun in first house, Moon in ninth house. Uh, how will this conjunction involving Parivartan works? Cancer is sign of nourishing and taking care of people. Get into any work of nourishing and taking care of people, and you will be fine. This yoga will give you the best result. Understand, any planetary placement cannot give you the result on its own. Change this whole approach that I have uh, this planet in this position, or this planet in that position, how it will give result. It won't give result unless and until you are putting the best effort in that area. Okay, understand, the planets at best they can provide opportunities. Okay, they are just the energies. Understand this basic thing. Everything around us is energy. Okay, even I'm exhibition of the same energy. You people are exhibition of the same energy. This tablet or everything is energy around us. Now wherever you put energy, you will get that type of result. Like 12th house represents your spirituality, 12th house represents your hidden matters, 12th house represents sex, 12th house represents your spiritual gurus, meditation. Now it depends on the person where he is interested in. He will put energy in that area of life, and he will get the result as per that. So it is not that just because a person has planet in this house or that house, then that result is bound to come. The main important person is you. It is your chart, how you are going to utilize the energy, where you are going to utilize the energy, where you are putting your effort. You will get result as per that. Even with the exalted planets, you can have Mark David Chapman, the killer of John Lennon, and even with debilitated planets, you can have the Helen Keller and Ramdas. Okay, So nothing like nothing is guaranteed that okay, if this planet is in this position and then you are going to get results in this nature. How you are going to get result if you are not even putting efforts? So get rid of this thinking that planets are automatically giving you something. Unless and until you put results, you are not going to get anything from any planet. Sun, Moon, Rahu in the eighth. Good for any research oriented activity. This person can be very good with psychology. Now, if he puts efforts in psychology, then he can get good results. Jupiter, Lord of 10th, is placed in the 12th house in Lagna chart for Gemini ascendant and is placed in 12th and 10th house. Yeah. What is the question? Wish to know about career. Career determination is like 1 hour long call. Analysis I cannot do here. I have only 1 hour here. I cannot give to one person. So if you are really interested, then please apply for career consultation from astrologer of your choice. Saturn return with Sun Dasha, difficult time period, difficulties with authority, health, and all. Uh, Take care of your health, be proactive, meditate, follow a healthy regime. Don't get into ego conflicts with the people, avoid working under others' authority. To fix a debilitated Venus because it is same the problem I'm suffering from, and now this problem has become my trauma, but now I will try to fix it, inshallah. Right, good. My husband has debilitated Saturn in 12th from what he needs to fix. He needs again like Saturn debilitated, it is like a very difficult position. I would like to see where it is from this ascendant. But Saturn debilitated can make him work really hard, and it can be really difficult for them. Also, like in matters of overall life, this person can have a feeling of loss, frustration that okay, whatever my desires were, whatever I was expecting in my life, those desires didn't fulfill. Uh, Hi Akanksha, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Replying to Shamina, yes, did research and I understand psychology. Great. How is Jupiter transit for me, Cancer Ascendant, Virgo Moon? It is in 8th house right now, 8th house Aquarius. So you are here asking about astrology related questions, gaining knowledge of astrology. So this is a good time for any astrology or occult related or any research oriented knowledge gain. If you are interested, you can get into it. Okay. But it can also bring some major change in your belief system. You can meet a teacher or a guru who can completely change your belief system. Combination of an astrologer or occultist in natal chart. Just search for an article titled Chart of an Astrologer, Astro Saxena. You will get my chart there, and you can read that article. All the combinations are given there. Okay. Cancer ascendant Venus in 9th house Pisces and in Navamsha. Now Venus Dasha started. What are the effects? Serve people through your knowledge and higher education, religion, spirituality, your creativity. Any of these matters, and you will get the best of the result of Venus Dasha. If you are not doing that, then obviously you are not going to get best of the result. Okay. So D1 is enough. Taurus ascendant uh, retrograde Saturn in 6th house Libra. How will be the Mahadasha be? Be very careful in your health related matters. Sixth house is of house of health issues. Saturn is long term health issues. Saturn also represents body ache, joint ache, bones, teeth, chronic nature of diseases. So just be careful regarding these things, and you will be fine. Meditate regularly, it will keep you in positive and more aware mindset. Okay. And try to avoid getting into any conflicts and litigation because they can result into a very long litigation. Um, if you like, you can get into business, and that will be helpful for you. Sun and Venus in Scorpio in eighth house, difficult for relationship matters. Lots of ego conflicts and instability in relationship. Uh, Ashlesha is very bad for Magha ascendant. Ashlesha is naturally very bad for everyone. Okay, unless the person is into psychology. Ashlesha is very good for psychology related activities. What is the combination that indicates? Abhirami, madam, what you want to ask? Again, ask. Uh, what is the combination? Uh, I'm an advocate, sir. Thank you. Great. Results of moon in Anuradha Nakshatra. Devoted. They are very devoted people. Anuradha, Radha Krishna, devoted love. So when these people get into some love romance matter, they are very devoted. It is difficult for them to break up. Sun and Venus, along with Neptune in third house, Scorpio, same. Scorpio is difficult. Scorpio in eighth house, instability. Neptune can also cause some illusions around relationship. Plus, ego conflicts are obviously there with Sun Venus together. Then another thing is that Neptune is like planet of it is considered as outer planet, so its transits are like huge transits. They are also called generational planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So when Neptune gets involved with Venus or relationship oriented planet, it can give a relationship partner who is like of some next generation. Okay. Like a 10, 12-year old or 15-year old or 20-year old, that type of thing. Mars in Anuradha fourth house. Good for property related matters, but aggressive home in. Okay, I think we are done. 1 hour, 8 minutes. Thank you. Yo. Let me know in next 1 or 2 minutes if you have any further question, or we can close it down. Avirami madam, your question was not complete. Uh, Also now, thank you. Right. So you can ask next time. Okay. Great. Thank you. Thanks for joining. And let's meet tomorrow again around same time. Okay. Great. Mm, person is near to liberation will generally will have a happy life or sad life. Near to liberation or liberated. And there is a different thing. Near to liberation can have very much anxiety because he is very near, yet he is not able to find that liberation, that enlightenment. Okay. He can be very restless. That okay, I'm almost there, but I'm not finding the last push. Okay, so near to liberation person can be restless. But if a person is liberated, then he is fine. He's gone. He's not even there. Okay. Bhav chart placing, I prefer this. What say? D1 chart, not Bhav chart. Okay. Thank you. Take care. All the best. Bye.